Good afternoon, good afternoon again, everyone. Welcome to another episode of Spilling Tea. I'm your host, Tiffany Daniels. We are going back to that horrible world known as the JRC, but before we do, the usual disclaimers. If you're unfamiliar with the Stop the Shocks campaign or the campaign against the troubled teen industry, you're going to find all the pertinent links right there in the description box. Please, in particular, take note of the article written by NeuroClastic, a small non for profit started by autistics for autistics. In it, they interviewed over 900 ABA professionals in regards to the JRC's so called behavior modification program. The JRC doesn't want you to read that article so much they threatened NeuroClastic with a defamation lawsuit if they did not remove it from the website. NeuroClastic refused. You know the drill, folks. Please read that article. Share it on all your social media. Also included in there is NeuroClastic's public statement regards to the defamation lawsuit threat, as well as a link to their GoFundMe. We are crowdfunding just in case the JRC sees through with their threat. Trigger warning 1. When we discuss places like the Judge Rotenberg Educational Center or Agape Boarding School for Boys, you're going to hear vivid descriptions of and catch clips or surveillance footage of people with mental health issues and disabled people being tortured and abused. If you got young children present, please use the headphones. Trigger warning 2, this channel is not for kids for a reason who use profanity on occasion and speak on dark subjects. If your child is 16 and younger and they are watching this, very obviously, parental supervision is very much advised. So, where we left off the other day, well, I should say just a few seconds ago. In addition, one comment, no, I think we just went over this. Nope, we didn't. Sorry. In addition, one of the commenter's own references states that positive behaviors that were not the target behavior can be modified during treatment. So, this is what we just went over a minute ago. And this information supports the FDA's statement regarding undesirable replacement behavior as a risk posed by ESDs for SIB or AB. In other words, a new, worse behavior has popped up in the place of the former one because some of us get a little bit pissed when you torture us. Strange and crazy, right? I would have some form of dangerous behavior. Yeah, we're not going to go there. I'll get kicked off of YouTube. All right, into the next comment, shall we? One comment states that the FDA misrepresented references reporting hostility and retaliation as adverse events. Jesus Christ, Karen, what the hell do you call it? The theophany? The epiphany, maybe? But if you're getting angry and retaliating, how is that at first? This is just like the freaking worst of the AH stands. We're just throwing shit now to see if anything can stick. What the fuck? Okay. Okay. JRC, you beat us down in the face over and over and over with how aggressive, how bad, how completely out of control these kids are. And then the JRC comes back and says the FDA misinterprets references that were reporting hostility and retaliation as adverse events. The fuck? Okay, question time, JRC. If having hostility and retaliation in regards to your staff torturing us is not considered an adverse event, then why the fuck is the kid even inside your school building? Because I'm gonna need you to explain this to me like I'm 5. The whole point you seem to try to beat the world down with is that nobody is as severe and out of control as those kids. Then it's almost like you're arguing just to argue. You then state the exact opposite, that this is desirable behavior? Because I'm fucking confused. Is it only adverse when you say it's adverse, JRC? Is that the real truth? That it's not really a behavior until the JRC says it's a behavior, and then you torture the kid for it? Because quite frankly, that's the only thing that could make something like this make any form of coherent sense. Because you can't go and march and speak your bullshit I have watched for over the last 20 years, Dr. Israel, and state that this is the only way to fix those kids, only to on the flip side say that if a kid acts with hostility and with retaliation and revenge on the mind, because excuse me, I'm gonna go cheer them on. I need a teleporter, some confetti guns, big confetti. You get what I'm saying, right? It makes no coherent sense to sit there and use adverse events as the purpose as to why you stick people in your Mickey Mouse hellscape, and then to argue just to argue against the FDA to say, but then it's not necessarily bad though. The commenter views hostility and retaliation as part of those patients' pre existing behavioral history. Oh, of course they fucking do. As they always do. Whenever the autistic gets aggressive, it's obviously our fault and we have to be punished. It doesn't matter that you've sat there and ignored while a girl or a group of girls, or in my case, the entirety of a fucking classroom, every single time the teacher turned their back, was harassing, sing-songing, creating songs, chasing me everywhere I goddamn went. Yes, I still got a grudge, just in case you're wondering. And then when we finally turn around and stand up for ourselves, oh, that's obviously aggression because you're autistic. Do you have any idea, under God, how frustrating that is? You know, it is one of the most frustrating things on planet Earth to us. That these people just assume whatever we do, it always has something to do with the fucking tisms. It couldn't possibly be their actions. It couldn't possibly be that you have shocked me repeatedly at just below the lethal goddamn limit, using myself as hypothetical here. And then if I retaliate anger and a need for revenge, which is a common response, I might add, you can't then go say, well, obviously that's part of the behavior problems. Jesus Christ, dude, you provoked them. This is not an organic response. You manipulated that kid to get the behavior that you wanted so that you can punish them for it because you were all complete, utter psychopaths. If you want to know how I feel about these bastards, I mean, to sit there and say, to have the balls to say, but obviously if they're retaliating and getting aggressive with us, that's part of their diagnosis, and we just have to continue to torture them. This is what we're up against, folks. There is nothing on planet Earth quite more terrifying than a Kool-Aid drinking true believer. Trust me on that one. So essentially, we're going to go over the comment real quick. We'll close out so I can get the next video done. Essentially, what this person is trying to say that any type of hostile reaction or anger displayed due to getting freaking electrocuted repeatedly at just below the lethal limit is constantly never thought of to be a result of the torture and the pain that that person just went through. It is always considered, well, that's just a part of your behavioral history. That's why we're here to torture you. When I say people don't see us as human beings, it's not just on a surface level, because there's a lot of people who see this sort of stuff that happens at JRC and get angry. Very angry. Okay? But there's more to it than just that. All right? It's how we as a society look at autistic people, ADHD, neurodiverse people in particular. What I mean is, it doesn't even enter into their mindset that if we ask hostile or if we retaliate in a situation, it doesn't even cross their minds that we are reacting because we are angry. They literally just generally assume that it's the autism. Okay? Instead of recognizing that I am a full functioning autistic human being who very much does have emotions and very much does react to situations where someone's being hostile to me or abusing me. And I do respond with absolute anger. I have to watch my rage and my anger very closely, especially if it's in certain areas. Okay? That's where the mindset's gotta change. You can't assume that every single behavior your kid is going to have is automatically related to the fact that they're autistic. They are an autistic person experiencing an emotion. They are having a reaction. It has nothing to do with their diagnosis and everything to do with the fact that they are a human being. The sooner we all realize this, the better. Because a lot of times when people don't realize this, this is when kids get put in wrong treatment programs, treated for things that they are not dealing with. And the things that they are dealing with get overlooked because of what people think is going on. You know? Don't just assume everything is about autism. But don't just automatically assume that it isn't either. But in a situation that is as point blank clear as day as this, it should be a no brainer to the rest of planet Earth and the FDA that if somebody is treating me with violence and I respond with hostility, anger, retaliation, and self defense, that is a genuine emotion. This is an emotional reaction to what is happening to me. It's got nothing to do with the fact that my brain is wired different from yours. Okay? Putting kids in wrong treatment programs because you make assumptions has fucked up many of the life. And I hate to say it, but saying that you didn't intend to and that you're sorry, we know that you are. We understand that you're doing the best that you can, but that doesn't fix it, does it? All right. To close on that, folks, we don't get very many views on the channel. The few we do get do tend to get removed from time to time. Please don't forget to hit the like button, hit subscribe. Please don't forget to hit the comments. I appreciate your time. As always, folks, we here at Smelling Tea hope you have a good one. I'll see you in a little while. Bye bye, everyone.